you know you're a good actor and completely stunningly beautiful when you can play a 26-year-old and kill it on camera.
At my old age.
No, stop it. No, stop it. Let's go.
All right. This is a question I'm nervous to ask you because I feel like I know the answer and it's going to be embarrassing for me, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Tell me.
What is your first memory of us meeting?
My first memory of meeting Kerry Washington was how loud she was. I just remember your voice, hearing your voice before I saw your face.
It's the Bronx girl in me.
It's the Bronx girl.
Yeah.
I just like, how is this little petite, beautiful woman so loud?
I'm a party.
But, yeah, that's right. All by yourself. All by yourself. But no, when did we meet though? Like, what was it for Color Girls?
I think it must have been, right?
Yeah.
I know we spoke on the phone before starting to film.
That's right.
And I was really honored that you would even take the time to talk to me.
Come on.
I really was. And when we talked, so many of my heroes were already signed up to do the film. Felicia Rashad and Whoopi Goldberg and Janet Jackson. I mean, even some of my peers that I was awestruck with, like Anika Noni Rose and a young Tessa Thompson. So I think that you saw me in community with those women was so humbling, but not enough to make me quiet on set.
Yeah, not enough to make you quiet. But no, the beauty in that, in working with you on that film, was just having the opportunity to actually see you. Not just work with you, but see you. I'm like, oh no, this is a beautiful soul.
What do you mean by that?
No, I mean to actually see you. Like I see people. Like when you see actors and things on television, you know they're working, they're acting. But when you in person with them, I can look in.
Yes.
I can lean in and see who's the soul in front of me. So
you know what I was when we met on set, I was so moved and inspired by your elegant leadership. And it was something that I actually had just begun to kind of articulate loving in my then boyfriend, who's now my husband, that kind of gentle, elegant leadership. And in you, I saw it on a film set, and I'd never seen a director so dignified and respectful of themselves. Like that I was really blown away by kind of the dignity that you walked with in the world.
Wow, thank you for that. I think Mr. Poitier would be proud because he was totally, Sidney Poitier, totally my model hero for the way I wanted to move in the world. I would see him and his grace and elegance, and got a chance to meet him and watched him how he would make everyone in the room feel special and seen.
Oh, you
and
do that.
Leaned in. Thank you. That's kind.
That's
incredibly kind.
What you do.
My love is too magic to have thrown back in my face.
Was there anything about me that surprised you?
Besides how loud you were? No. I didn't know what to expect, but I had worked with, let me see the best way to say this. In the past, I had worked with some actors who I met and wasn't surprised at who they were. Because they show up as what you thought they would be.
Oh, interesting.
And then there are people who show up like you did, and you think, oh, well, she's a great actor, but then to see all of the other things, the heart of who you were, the grace, the elegance, the class, the presence, you know, there are people who are stars, and you know they're a star because the way they walk in the room, they have presence, and you were present in the room. So you mentioned all those other women, but you were just as present as all of them. So looking back now, 15 years later, it's like you see that, because in order to be in this business, it takes one thing to get to the space, but then it takes another thing to hold the space.
So I was so grateful that by the time Scandal came along in my career, that we already had a relationship, a friendship, a connection, because that was such a rocket ship in my career. It was like, what moment am I having? And the navigation of it was its own job. But I felt always so supported by you. And I felt like you saw the rocket ship that we were on, and you held space for me to process it, to share like the challenges of it, the joys of it. You actually encouraged me to sit in the joys of it and not just be stressed about the challenges of it.
Because it was challenging. I mean, to come from this career that's going well, and then all of a sudden, okay, guys, here's the mothership. You're going, and I saw it on you, and to watch you get married and have a family and fiercely protect that space, that privacy. You know, we've been on vacation with our families to see you holding that, and they even see my friends. You know, while you guys were out swimming, my guy friends rally around you when you were recognized
to protect me,
from the fans in that moment, because it was such a sacred space and a sacred time. I knew what that meant to have a safe space.
And is it because you had your own version of the rocket ship that was, so much more actually exponentially explosive than mine.
It's all relative.
But you were living in a car and then all of a sudden running an empire. That must have been, like, how did you stay grounded through all of that and connected to yourself and your truth?
Listen, living in a car will ground you, and never wanting to live in the car again will make you extremely careful in everything you do. And I entered every moment with this thought of, this could all end, so be careful. How are you going to approach this? How do you feel about it? And also understanding that me walking through it first, like being able to talk to Sidney Poitier and Cicely Tyson and Maya Angelou and Oprah and all those people who went first, they would tell me, oh, Oprah, I call Oprah, I said, I went through that in '86, here's what you do. You know?
Yes.
So me wanting to take that information and pass it on was what I was seeing for you.
You have done that. You really are doing that, even still in my life.
Thank you.
Do you feel like that's where your instincts come from too? Like, you have I watch you as a director and producer. You have such a strong connection to your personal clarity about whether something is how you want it to be or not how you want it to be. And you don't hesitate. That your relationship with your instinct is so clear, your intuition. Where does that come from?
I think in childhood, just what I found is just in childhood, is just the level of toxicity and abuse that I suffered. I thought that maybe I'm on the spectrum. So I started testing for all of these things, and I had this brilliant therapist say to me, the things that you experienced taught you to be hypervigilant. So you would think that you're on some sort of spectrum, because the way you see things, the way you...
Because you had to.
I had to survive.
See.
Yeah, to be safe. I had to see 10,000 things at once.
That's right.
So taking that into adulthood, I'm still that same person.
On a set, you see it all.
I see it all.
But you've learned how to use it as your superpower in positive ways
Exactly.
now.
And watching and knowing that you're directing and you watching me, I remember we were doing 688, the big party scene, and you go, how are you going to do this in this amount of time? And I remember you saying, I am taking some of this with me.
Yes.
What did you take with you?
I learned so much from you on 688. I used to look at the counts on the call sheet for how much we were going to do in a day and think, oh, we're never going to finish this movie on time, because this is totally unrealistic.
On 688.
Yes, because I didn't understand the genius approach to filmmaking that you have cultivated over these years. The efficiency, I think, is the right way to put it. And part of it is born of your clarity, like your instincts and clarity. It's so strong. So you've made the movie in your mind. You already have the cut of the film in your mind, which is a gift to any actor working, because it means the director's not just like, let's see what we find today. You know what you want. You communicate with your crew with so much respect and dignity, so they move with you efficiently, quickly, decisively, and you don't waste time. You have figured out where we waste time on set, and you have chiseled away at the process to be, it is such a well-oiled machine, doesn't even begin to describe it. But it was disorienting for me, in the beginning. I had a couple days where I was like, well, we can't be moving on. Well, I'm not done. I'm just warming up. So I also had to learn to come to set with a different level of readiness, like to be ready to go out the gates. Like, I'm not gonna do the scene 6 times. I'm gonna do it twice, maybe. And to trust you and to trust the flow of it. Like, it was really like jumping into,
but what was that like to let
train.
go of that? I've worked with actors who've been trained and who've been in the business for a long time. They come in and they go, wait a minute, how are we moving this fast?
Yes.
Why are we going this fast? And there's this level of doubting themselves, where you really have to lean into
Yeah.
trusting the director. That's
Yeah.
why I was glad we had a friendship that helped us
Yes, that we
understand
could
that going in.
communicate
Yeah.
about it, and
Yeah.
I think it was really helpful for me because I learned to just jump in
Yeah.
and to trust my instincts more
Yes.
and to let go of like the precious, gentle process and to just go for it, which I think is also really right for Charity Adams. But also, I think it really helped me to be able to say to you, I need one more.
Yes.
Like to learn how to advocate for myself when you felt like you had it, but I was like, both as an actor and producer, I think we have one other color
Yeah.
that we might want to use in the edit. So I think there was a nice kind of
Give and take, yeah.
collaborative, yeah.
Yeah, and I would be like, okay, I'm ready to go. She's like, no, I need one more. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna keep rolling. Let's do a series.
Yeah,
We'll go back to one,
Yeah.
everybody, back to one.
And sometimes you would embarrass me and say, we're gonna do one more for Kerry.
One more for Kerry, yes, because I knew it when I saw it. Because I'm behind the camera, I'm the audience, I'm watching, I'm seeing, oh no, she just nailed that. She's like, I need one more. I'm like, okay, you can go ahead and take that one more, but I know we're gonna do this one for Kerry because I know she just nailed it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that was
yeah,
more
yeah.
often than not.
Soldiers, I am Captain Charity Adams. Welcome to the Women's Army Corps.
I'm gonna borrow some courage from the cards to ask you something that has been on my heart to ask you, but I haven't
It's on this
wanted
card?
to. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Well, the question on the card is, why did the 6888 feel like the right project for us to reunite on? And for me, the question was really like, I'm so moved and honored when I hear you say that you thought of me for this character, but I don't know why.
Are you kidding me? No.
I'm so curious because I do see myself as belonging to a community of such extraordinary actresses, and so I just wonder, like, how did I get this lucky? Like, what was it about her that made you think of Kerry?
Really?
Yes.
From the time I started writing, I would hear you. No, because you're
That's
so
God.
loud.
Thank you. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. You could
no,
hear my outside voice.
No, I would hear you. I would see your face. I was just like, this is Kerry. This is Kerry. And I talked to Nicole Avon about it, and the other producers like, Kerry, you think she'll do it? I was like, I don't know. We can ask. Well, let's just make sure the script is really, really great, so she'll say yes to it.
Oh my
because,
gosh.
No, seriously, these are the conversations that we were having. But also the understanding that you hadn't had the opportunity to really stretch, because when people, unfortunately in this business, they'll tie you down to your last thing.
Yes.
Oh, she's Olivia Pope. Oh, she's television. Oh, she's Last King of Scotland. Or she was supporting here. She was this. But understanding that I know the gears that you have, and I've seen them. And unfortunately, I think that a lot of times directors will get in their own way and not let the artist soar. Be like, how far can we go here to see what's there? And I knew all of that was in you already. So to watch you click, 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 shifting all these gears for Charity, I was like, oh yeah, this is it. I knew it.
Fun.
I knew it.
It's funny when I hear you talk about directing in that way, it's almost like parenting, right? Like you create a space for a child to
course you would
soar
think that,
and
yeah.
not get
Yeah.
in the way of
Yeah.
what's in them. Like
Yeah.
I want them to have all their gears.
Yeah.
They did not send us because they thought we could do it. We are here because they are sure we cannot.
As I think about all of this and all the incredible things you've done, motherhood being at the top of
Yes,
that list.
and marriage.
And marriage. And I love how you love him. What's on your bucket list? What's there to do?
Oh, I've been thinking about this because for two reasons. One is my mom and I decided when she was diagnosed with cancer that we would write for her a list, but we wouldn't call it a bucket list. We would call it a live it list. And so we've been chipping away at her live it list, which I really love. And it's part of why she's coming with us to Europe. And I had the profound honor, with your help, with your glorious support, of getting a star on the Hollywood Walk
That's
of
right.
Fame.
Well deserved.
Kerry Washington.
That was on my dad's live it list. My dad, it was something my dad really, really wanted for me. Like to the point where when it would be announced that other people were getting a star, he'd be like, where's your MF star?
Yeah.
You should have a star. And so I think I need to devote some more time now. I think I'm in a place where I need to create my live it list. Like I need to make sure that I'm not just focused on making sure that my kids' dreams come true and that my parents' dreams come true, but that I'm really clear about my own dreams. And some of that is that so much of what I've wanted for myself I have, like a friendship like this, opportunities like the 6888. the marriage, the children. Like I'm so blessed. So I think it's going to take some courage to continue to dream up more opportunities. But I know there's room for that for me.
Can I add something
Yes,
to it?
please.
Your Live
I'm
It list.
open to suggestions.
I feel like Live It list is the name of the movie. I feel like you should write it. I feel like it should be about you and your mom and where you are in life and what's next, and creating that list and seeing the world and what that means for mother and daughter
Oh my
and
goodness.
wife and mother. It could be
Wow.
really powerful. Even as a book, the Live It list, I think
Wow.
you should really lean into that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's fun.
Yeah, make it fictional. Maybe the book is real and tells the story, but fictional so that you can let the characters do the things that you would never imagine yourself doing, or you do them. Yeah.
Okay. What is the secret to a long-lasting Hollywood friendship? You have good ones. Like you have some real. I watch the way you walk through the world. Like the people that you hold close, you really hold close
Yeah.
and nurture those friendships. What's the secret to that?
This business is so short-sighted, and it's so selfish. So if you want a long-lasting friendship in this business, lean in to the person, really listen, really check in, because we're so good at, we're fine because we perform. We know how to fool the world that everything's okay. Because I can hear, when I say, how are you? I really want to
I know you're one of those people
Yeah.
where when you ask me, I have no choice but to tell the truth.
Yeah,
Because
'cause-
you'll ask me again.
Again and again, because what I feel when I'm looking into your eyes is I want to look past the mask that we show the world.
That's right.
And look in and go, okay, are you really okay? And also to hold people's confidence, hold their confidences, hold it so sacredly so that when they tell you something, they know it's a safe place. Because a lot of us don't have that in this business.
Wait, that's so true.
Yeah, where we can be honest and be truthful and not be sold out.
Yeah.
So all of those are really, really important to be in, have a long-lasting friendship in this business. Yeah,
That's beautiful.
yeah.
I'm
and
grateful.
we do.
Yes.
And we do.
That I get to
And
be one of your people.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.